The Vincent O'Brien County Hurdle. Polar Red 2-1 still, having touched 7 to 4 from Nobby Show, 13 to 8, 9 to 2 from 6 to 1 is the well-backed Timber King. The others are on the slide. 7 to 1 out to 9 to 1 for number 8 Dark Shell. Same price for 2 Rooster Booster. Copeland open up at 8 now out to 10 to 1. 11 to 1 brings in number 13 Joe Cullen. 12 to 1 number 6 the Gatherer. 14 to 1 then brings in Ben Bias. Big step out into 20 to 1 for number 9 Fiore. 25 to 1 brings in Tick Ram, Idaho Docks and Just in Time. Altala did touch 40s, now back into 33 to 1. There is another sheet we're going to give you as well. There we go. Moving on up, Anzari, Iran is 40s with Tisifa. Benua is 50 to 1. Patsy Bell is 100s with Viridian and 5th Generation. Now we've
Generation skipped over the first of the 8 flights in front. Ben Bias is going with this one, and then comes Fiore, who's racing in 3rd, Tickram in 4 and Copeland in 5. Our Tala in 6, followed by Ansari and Dark Shell, and on the inside Just in Time. Tracking quite wide at the moment is Polar Red, who's just in behind our Tala, and on this one's outside is Tisifa, but very wide on the course. 5th Generation now leads them on towards flight number 2. 5th Generation, the bottom weight to Ben Bias in 2nd, Tickram on the inside with Copeland and Fiore, and those are the first 5. Back in 6 is Just in Time, and on the inside Timber King is racing in 7th, our Tala in 8 and Ansari in 9, and then the Gatherer was next over that. Joe Cullen then towards the inside, Polar Red towards the outside in about 10th position. Dark Shell and Altala, and then on the inside the other grey Rooster Booster and Idaho Docks, then Iorana. Tisifa has already been ridden along, then comes Ben Ure, who's back in the field with only 3 behind. One of those is Patsy Veal as they begin to make the climb, and the ones who are out the back of the field, Viridian is last, and last but one is moving on up. They're now moving towards the top of the hill and now make the run down the back straight, and Ben Bias and 5th Generation are the first 2. Tickram's in 3rd and Copeland racing 4 and Fiore in 5, and then a break of about 4 lengths back to the rest, who are headed by the Gatherer and Ansarin on the inside Just in Time. Skipping over flight number 3, at which Tickram landed rather flat-footed but got over it safely, and they all race away from the 3rd safely and on towards flight number 4. And still at the head of affairs, it's Ben Bias and Tickram for company on the inside as 5th Generation goes out like a light bulb. They're going over that flight at which Dark Shell blundered very badly indeed and has lost its position. Dark Shell wasn't done any favours. That's also lost its good posse. Racing on down the back straight, Ben Bias dived at it but made a mistake, but still leads. In 2nd was Tickram, and then on the inside the Gatherer's going well in 3rd. Copeland's out wide in 4 and Fiore in 5. Polar Red now sits in 6th position. Ansar in 7 and Rooster Booster is in 8th and Idaho Docks in 9. On the inside in 10th is Just in Time, and then comes Joe Cullen and Dark Shell, and then on the inside is Timber King, and that's the leading group as they now race across the top of the track. And it's Ben Bias who's out in front, and a Timmy Murphy as they cross the 3rd from home. Ben Bias to Copeland over in 2nd place. Once again, Dark Shell was not fluent at all. Our Tala is dropping right out the back of the field now in company with Iorana and also Viridian as they now begin to make the charge down the hill. They've still got over 5 furlongs to go, but only 2 more flights to take in the Vincent O'Brien County Handicap Hurdle. And on the inside is Ben Bias, Copeland the top weight. On the inside the Gatherer, and now he begins to move on Polar Red, and he's stalking on the outside. Idaho Docks and then Rooster Booster, and then towards the inside comes Joe Cullen next. Dark Shell's trying to stay on, and on the inside is Just in Time. Towards the outer, staying on is Ben Ure, who's still going pretty well, and then after this one comes Patsy Veal as they now race inside the final half mile, and now they race into the wings of the 2nd from home. Ben Bias and the top weight Copeland, and then Polar Red and Idaho Docks as they crossed over that. The Gatherers on the inside, Rooster Booster, and then Ben Ure and Joe Cullen. After Joe Cullen comes Timber King, and then Dark Shell, and then staying on through beaten horses, moving on up. They're beginning to make the turn in, and it's the Gatherer for Ireland on the inside, and Conor O'Dwyer to Ben Bias, and then on the outside here comes Rooster Booster. Polar Red now is treading water, he's in desperate trouble. On the inside, staying on is Joe Cullen, also picking up Ben Ure wide, and also picking up his Timber King, but out in front is the Gatherer and Conor O'Dwyer over Richard Johnson on Rooster Booster in 2nd. Ben Ure is in 3rd, and here's the final flight. The Gatherer with a noseband now gathered in by Rooster Booster on the far side. Ben Ure's in 3rd, Ben Bias in 4, and then comes Joe Cullen well inside the final furlong. It's Rooster Booster and Richard Johnson who have hit the front. Lugging in behind in 2nd place is the Gatherer. Ben Ure is lunging late, but they're inside the final 75 yards. Rooster Booster's going to take the county. Richard Johnson and Rooster Booster take the finale of the festival. Tight 2nd between the Gatherer and Ben Ure, and over in 4th was Ben Bias.
Gatherer at 12 to 1. Ben Ure, huge race in 3rd at 50s. And fourth was number 11 Ben Biased at 12 to 1. Polar Red went off the 2 to 1 favourite and 21.